Hello and welcome to Critical Mass. I'm Rich Bonaduce with the Standard Examiner and Salt Lake Magazine.
I'm Kyle Steenblik with Watch, Play, Read.
And we are so excited to talk to you today about Focus. But as you can see, we are not in Art House Cinema 502. We will be eventually, but right now we are in the KPDR studios in Salt Lake City. Please check out both of their websites as well as on Facebook, as well as Watch, Play, Read, Salt Lake Magazine, and Standard Examiner, and Critical Mass too. Now, we've got a trailer for a movie called Focus.
Yes.
That was listed on a lot of websites as a comedy.
Yeah.
Check out this trailer and you tell me if this looks like a comedy to you.
That's what you get when you hire a con man.
I can convince anyone of anything.
You see, there's a science to getting people to trust you.
I want in.
With your current skill set, you don't.
Maybe he could teach me in your room.
That is so bad.
Is it?
Does it feel sexy on your face?
A little.
It does. Okay, let's go. We're about 30 strong. Everybody gets a percentage. They hit quick and get out.
Who's the girl?
She's our intern.
You hitting that?
I'm right here.
No, Farhad, I'm not hitting
You
that.
should hit that.
When marimba rhythms start to play,
You never drop the con.
dance with me,
Never break.
make me sway.
Where are the black people?
Like a lazy
I got this.
ocean hides
What?
the shore.
Oh, sorry.
Hold me close.
Congratulations, you're a criminal.
You might be one of the best I've ever seen.
So what about the big con? Thought you were all big time.
Taxi driver,
You mean the one where we make so much money we all retire?
I swear I've got 3 lives balanced on my head like stick knives.
This needs to be discreet, no holes.
I can't tell you the truth about my disguise.
You seem trustworthy, but you don't know me.
If it brings me to my knees,
Is he a mark? That's fantastic.
bad religion.
He's not a guy you want to cross.
All of it. 1.1 million.
Nikki, that is my money too.
Now you make things interesting.
There's no room for heart in this game. It'll get you killed.
How's it feel?
I can never make them love me.
There's 2 kinds of people in this world. There's hammers and nails. You decide which one you want to be.
No, it's a bad religion.
So at least Box Office Mojo said it was a comedy. What did you say?
It was, was it IMDb says comedy, thriller, crime, action,
A little
something.
bit
A
of
little bit of
everything.
everything. Yeah, it was in the vein of, more in the vein of Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But without a great ensemble cast.
That's true. They had two good guys.
Yeah.
Will Smith and Margot Robbie,
Uh-huh.
who are going to be working together again in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Now, this thing was plagued by a lot of casting issues.
Yes.
And that's not always the kiss of death, but
No.
it's weird that all of these different people bailed. You know, why did they bail? They keep saying things like scheduling conflicts, but you begin to wonder, you know, when so many people can. In fact, one of the weirdest ones was Kristen Stewart,
Yeah.
from Twilight, who was in Margot Robbie's position, obviously. And when she found out that Will Smith was cast, she dropped out,
Yeah.
citing the age difference. Why should she care? I don't know. But then they went through a bunch of different people, Jessica Biel, etc. Finally got to Margot Robbie, who is 3 inches. She's short. 3 months younger than Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what that was all about.
No, the age gap was visible. You
yeah?
could really tell. I mean,
Oh, really?
you could tell that there was an age difference, but it didn't hurt anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought
didn't.
it was pretty irrelevant to the story. It never really came up. No one even made a joke like, "Hey, Will, robbing the cradle" or something like that.
No, and Will Smith, for as old as he is,
he still looks good.
Yeah, he doesn't look much beyond mid-30s.
And he's been working out.
Yeah,
he looks pretty good in this movie.
Well, he has to for his next movie.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does. He's getting a jump start on it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I actually thought for all the casting issues, I thought Margot Robbie did a great job holding her own against Will Smith and other veteran actors whose names I can't remember right now. But she, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. I mean, she really held her own against Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
In her breakout role in The Wolf of Wall Street. So. And Will Smith, I thought, did a really good job being this very charming, very disarming guy who just smiles at you while he rips you the hell off.
Right. But that's something he's always been pretty good at.
Casting.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't really stretching himself. Which was good. It's good to see him come back to something he's really good at. And for the life of me, I can't remember. He recently did an interview.
Okay.
Where he admitted to After Earth being a pretty big mistake.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, it was a pretty big mistake. This is kind of a redemption for him.
Yeah, it's been a while since he's had even just a good movie.
Yeah, well,
I'm trying to think of the last one.
Well, he had Pursuit
of Happiness, maybe.
Pursuit of Happiness was a pretty good,
and that's
pretty
going
good
back
movie.
a while.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, he had a few that were okay. Was it 7 Pounds? Was okay.
Oh, okay.
It was okay. I mean, that was a decent movie. It was decent. Nothing really spectacular.
Yeah.
I actually really liked him in, what was it? Winter's Tale.
As essentially Satan.
As essentially Satan.
In a Jimi Hendrix T-shirt.
It was kind of a bit part for him.
Yeah, and out of the blue. No one knew it was coming.
No. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was a fun role for him to play.
Kind of like Matt Damon showing up in Interstellar. Wasn't that just awesome? Okay, maybe not like that.
No, not quite.
But it was an hour and 44 minutes of awesomeness, right? What did you think of Focus?
I'm left a little...
Unfocused?
A little unfocused. Yeah. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to walk away with. We saw this on Monday.
Yes.
And it is now Wednesday. And I have been racking my brain all day, knowing I'm going to be talking about this, for at least one moment I can take away. One moment I can say, this was a great point in time.
I think some of the moments that were good, they actually gave away in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
That made the trailer seem a lot more grim than the movie ended up being. That opening radical crazy scene of that guy putting on the neck brace and the helmet and ramming his car into his other car just to get him. And then the very next scene is he's tied to a chair and they're beating him up. I'm like, whoa, this is going to be a nasty film.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was expecting.
That's kind of what I was expecting. And then it did a switch, and it was a con. I think con was on us. It was kind of a comedy. I think they were trying to be Ocean's 11, like you were saying, without the ensemble cast.
Without the ensemble cast, and without anybody any more charming than Will Smith.
True.
Will Smith is a charming actor, but he's not George Clooney. He is not Brad Pitt.
Well, and there was no other Brad Pitt.
There was
George
no
Clooney
one else.
with him.
Yeah, there was no one else. No one else. He was just bouncing around the screen himself, and he didn't have anybody else to charm.
I thought that it sort of established itself pretty quickly as, hey, this isn't this scary thriller we said it was going to be in the trailer. And it was pretty funny at first, and then I thought the second act got real serious, and I went, oh no, this isn't the movie I wanted. Now that you bait and switched me, I want that earlier fun flick.
Yeah.
That it kind of ended up being in the third act. I thought they lightened up a bit in the third act.
Yeah.
Maybe not enough to totally redeem it, because that middle section, I went, wow, this is getting grim. This is getting now he's a lovesick little puppy dog, and he's not doing the cons anymore. I'm like, if he's not doing cons in this movie, what is he?
Yeah.
So But I did end up liking it okay. This is one of those, this to me is like this is a February flick.
Yeah.
This is a middle of the road. This is not going to perform in summertime, so let's put it over here against Lazarus Effect.
Yeah.
And people will probably go see that, maybe because of the star power of Will Smith.
It's
Margot Robbie's got a lot of buzz right now. So
it's pretty light, especially with the two of them.
Yeah.
With the upcoming Suicide Squad. So it was interesting to see them play together.
Yep.
Knowing that they're going to be playing together.
I thought they had good chemistry.
They had pretty good chemistry.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about him not having a charming foil, but he had her.
Yeah.
And I thought she was really good. And actually, she was even better than I thought she would be, because she has to walk this line of starting off as this naive, like con woman wannabe, and she ends up being just as good as he is and plays him a bit, but he doesn't catch it right away and all this stuff. So I thought she did really well. I'd be curious to see how she pulls off Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. She has probably the most difficult character.
You think Harley Quinn's character?
I think Harley Quinn is going to be the most difficult character in that movie.
It depends on how they write her. If she just comes off as this, sexy sidekick, that's going to infuriate everybody.
It is because that's a complex character.
Yeah.
It's a very complex character, so that's going to be really interesting.
I mean, she's got sexy down. Okay, fine. You know, she proved that in Wolf of Wall Street. We got it. But now I think she proved that she can actually act and do some stuff. So maybe she's ready for that.
Maybe. But the personality needs to be turned up.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot.
For sure. I hope they give her a lot to work with.
Yeah.
Well, so Focus then, if you were to give it I ended up liking it okay. I think it's an above average flick. When I think of grades, I think C is just, I think it's above average, but it's not necessarily in the B range for me.
Not
it's
quite.
not like
No.
that. But I would give it a C+. It's above average, basically because of Will Smith and Margot Robbie. The script, etc., a little predictable, even with the cons. I think the problem was that they kept conning. Like the double crosses kept happening over and over again, to the point that I'm like, I know they got 10 minutes left. There's going to be another con.
Oh, there
and
has to
why
be.
get invested in anything I've been sold? It's going to change any second. And they copied from the best, Thomas Crown Affair, Ocean's 11, and The Sting, which I won't get into. But I again, as a whole, I think it was just above average, but not necessarily a must see or anything.
Just above average. Definitely C+.
I think if you're home alone, and it comes on Netflix, and watch it, you'll probably think it's just fine.
Yeah.
But I think if you're out on a night in a town, you're dinner and a movie, and you're taking someone out, you might be like, I spent $14 on that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's really only one stellar scene in that movie.
Which one?
And that is the I don't know how much we want to give away, but that is the at the Super Bowl gambling.
I think
scene.
we can talk about that without blowing it.
Okay.
There is a scene where they're in this con, or are they, kind of thing, and it's tense. It really pulls you in.
Oh, it's very tense.
It's better than anything I saw in like The Gambler or any of those other films that were based on that kind of thing. It's good.
Yeah.
And that's one of the parts where it did get serious, but it kept that play, that interplay, that sense of play in there.
Yeah.
And then when it goes sour, well, I don't want to give it away too much. But yeah, you're right. That's another good thing. See, you said you couldn't think of one.
We were talking about it, and I thought of one. It took talking about the movie to bring it up.
How about the end? That was a pretty good turnaround.
That was a fairly good turnaround.
See, you liked it.
I liked it. No, I didn't. I did not hate this movie. I didn't hate this movie. I'm probably, when it pops up on Netflix, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to go, oh, okay.
Oh, not so bad.
Not so bad.
I was maybe too harsh on it.
Well, I probably was. I probably was. But you know what? There are so many other movies that do exactly what this did better.
Well, we're pretty happy with Will Smith and Margot Robbie having the chemistry that they did.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be a good thing for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Certainly not a bad thing, because that movie's a little bit iffy anyway, focusing on, bad guys pretty much solely the way it is. So
Yep.
if you can bring that kind of star power to it and that kind of chemistry, that's only going to be a good thing. But for this movie, well, it kind of tread waters that we've seen before. So it's kind of a just slightly above average movie.
Yeah.
Even if we're being a touch harsh on it, it's still like B- at best.
B- at best.
Yeah.
C+ is definite.
I could be convinced. All right, so that's it for us for Focus. Check in with us again at the Salt Lake Magazine and Standard Examiner.
And Watch, Play, Read?
We'll have a lot more extensive reviews, although we really talked that one out, didn't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, well. Anyway, this has been Critical Mass, and remember, we're not cynical, we're just critical.